stories behind the songs.
Octane Unleaded.
On this week's episode, Greta Van Fleet.
In the studio for the very first time here at SiriusXM, it's Greta Van Fleet. Welcome, guys.
Hello.
Hey, thank you.
Hopefully not the last.
Well, it depends on how things go.
That's so true. You have a valid point.
I'm putting you on warning immediately.
Let's trash the place, boys. Case the joint.
Case the joint. So go left to right and say your name so everybody can hear like voices with the name.
I'm Jake.
I'm Danny.
Sam. I'm Josh.
Okay.
That's stereo.
I like that. That was very, very professionally done. Now, let's get some of the introductions out of the way. Like, 3 of you guys are brothers.
That's right. Yes.
2 are twins. Mm-hmm. Is there any weird twin stuff that we need to know? Josh and Jake, you guys are twins.
Telepathy. That's a good connection. Telepathy. You know, if I look at him, I can I have an idea of what he's thinking.
What's he thinking right now?
I don't know if I should say.
I don't think we're allowed to say that.
Well, just understand that we are telepath friendly here at SiriusXM.
Oh, good. So that's fantastic.
We're cool with
about that.
We're cool with mutants, and you know.
Oh, we were a government experiment at one point, but I can't say too much.
Can't say that on the radio.
No. We actually had our suspicions about this, but I didn't know if we could get into it.
Yeah,
so
no, we prefer not to talk about it.
Okay, I understand. I totally get it. So one of the things that I wanted to ask you about, it's one of the things on the internet. I don't know if it's true or if it's bullshit. You guys are named after a woman. Is this true or bullshit?
What the hell are you talking about?
No.
Damn it, I knew it. Somebody was Josh before a male, I guess, maybe, you know, in that case. Yeah. If some woman was named Josh.
I think he's talking about Greta.
Anybody
Van
else.
Fleet.
No, he's talking about
Greta now.
And then the same goes for Sam or Daniel or Jacob. They all sound, I don't know.
It's like an episode of Three's Company. It's a total misunderstanding.
Yeah, there's a woman in that kind of her name came across in some ways, and she's town elder who's been, some generation old.
I think she's about 130, 140 years old.
Which would make her the oldest person on the planet.
Yes.
Which is amazing.
Yeah,
Right, they really should have her that. Might be a story there, I don't know. But, so we took the name, it was Greta Van Fleet originally. We took the N out because it'd be way easier to say Greta.
Yeah.
I mean, people were going to assume it was Greta, even if the N in it,
Right.
So.
Yeah, you just made it easier for people.
Yeah.
And how does Gretna feel about this?
She's into it. It's good. She's all about it.
She gave us the blessing.
She was a musician herself, which we didn't know.
Did you have to go over with bearing gifts like cheese and wine?
Yeah, brownies.
It was a whole official ceremony, where you said
There was a christening.
Yeah, she actually taught Daniel how to play drums too.
Yeah. No, if that was entirely untrue,
I've never met her.
You could
still better than he is.
I would have believed that. I wanted to buy that store.
Yeah,
but she is a better drummer than Dan.
Yeah, no, I miss the old days.
that's not.
I miss the
that
old days
stays
when
the same.
people would go up to Josh and be like, "Are you Greta?"
And I go, yeah, of course.
That happens.
Yeah, why wouldn't I be? So yeah, you guys are from Frankenmuth, Michigan, correct?
Right.
And I do want to get into this because I've done extensive research about Frankenmuth, but we're going to have you guys play another song for us, the song Flower Power.
Yeah.
Anything you want to say before we hear it about the song?
It's about the splendors of love.
Yeah, this is our approach to an acoustic song right
And it
here.
sort of has that, what was going on in the late 60s, that sort of folk rock kind of movement, or what was going on in Haight Ashbury, sorry. It was kind of like that thing.
It's got that feeling.
That's what I was listening. That was my favorite stuff. So I heard that riff and it was like, oh, that has some resonance of that scene. So that was kind of the drive of the song.
Cool. And here it is on Octane.
She's homeward bound. Now she walks kind of funny, I think she knows. Day by day, all up grows. She's a lantern in the night. She's on her side. Mama, 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 mama. Mama, 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 mama. Hey, turn an eye, firelight, sunshine in her eye, makes me feel like I'm alive. She's on her side, yeah. She's alright, she's alright, she's alright. She's on her side, on her side. With tender care, heels of satin grass and maiden's hair. Now she rides for the night on a silver storm, so to end our fate's torn. She's a sparrow of the dawn, our love is born. Mama, 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 mama. She's alright, she's on her side.
Greta Van Fleet in the studio. You guys just did a song that you said sort of had like a callback to a previous era, and obviously, sort of the elephant in the room is you guys certainly have a throwback sound, which I'm sure you talk about, and but you're comfortable talking about and being, you know. So how did you come to have this sound? And before I even let you answer that, you have not used time machine technology to come here.
We may not have.
No, we didn't use any time machine technology, but it has a throwback sound because it's classic rock and roll. It's authentic and it's real. And I'm not sure I would call us a throwback band because we have our own modern take on it.
Sure.
Yeah, I think we can owe that sound as well to our influences. You know, growing up and listening to vinyl, listening to those people, and I think that came off and are into music. You know,
the very roots of it all too. The blues.
There was a huge eclectic group of people that we were listening to, probably all, you know, pre-70s, really, even, you know.
What are, like, name the ends of the spectrum. Like, you know, like, what were, like, the two, like, most diverse kind of influences you guys had?
Well, that's a good question. I don't know, because they're so different, all of them, you know. It's like there's all these blues guys that we all really love.
I don't know, name some of your African influences.
Yeah, we
Xavier Cougar.
I don't like Xavier Cougar. Well, I love all kinds of stuff. It's amazing. I can't just go into it because it'll take us hours and we don't really have that time. But it was like, I like Demis Rousseau, who's a sort of Greek singer that was big in over in Europe in the 60s and 70s, and I like John Denver a lot because he's got a beautiful, solid sounding voice, and I love his message. And I like Robert Plant is a big influence for me. I like Wilson Pickett and Joe Cocker and Sam and
Well,
Dave,
Josh is
those
into
guys.
everything. Like, do you know, like the African percussion heavy stuff?
Yeah.
He's into the Cuban big band sound. Everything.
Well, and that's what I think is amazing too. Is like, you know, because I don't think people who like would just listen to your music or any like rock band's music at, you know, just casual listen would understand like how diverse your influences are. Like, you guys have a lot of different things that aren't obvious, things that people would never be able to necessarily know.
Probably initially because it's been just the release of this EP that has a lot of the sounds that are first and foremost the rock and roll, and that straightforward vibe, you know.
Yeah. Because the EP that we released is just rock, you know, and I can't wait to get our LP out because it's gonna be, you're gonna see different sides of Greta Van Fleet.
I think that'll speak much more truths about the dynamics of the influences and things like that.
Sure. All right. And when might we expect this LP?
Sometime in the next year.
When we have time to get back in the studio.
Okay. All right. And there's a headlining tour that we're going to talk about, but before we get to that, and the discussion of Frankenmuth, which I'm not going to let you off the hook on because I am going to grill you about your hometown.
Sure.
We're going to hear you do a cover by, again, I guess maybe somebody people wouldn't expect you guys to be covering.
Adele. I think she's probably got one of the, I mean, she does, in my opinion, have one of the, if not the greatest voices of the 21st century up to this point. You know what I mean? So, I'm going to give it a shot. Thoroughly intrepidated.
Perfect. All right, it's Greta Van Fleet covering Adele here on Octane. So Greta Van Fleet just covered Adele. I think you guys you pulled it off.
Oh,
You think so?
And I'm an Adele skeptic, to be honest.
You don't think she's real?
I think she's real. It just
This is a good conversation.
I gotta be honest, like, she writes some horribly sad songs. And so therefore I call her an emotional terrorist.
Yes.
Well, those are the best
Yeah,
songs.
true.
People don't write as well when they're happy.
It's true.
I don't know about that, Sam.
It's
No, it's true. It's proven.
So you guys are from Frankenmuth, Michigan. I've done extensive research. One of the things that I've discovered is that Frankenmuth has the world's largest Christmas store.
Yep, that's a fact.
Now,
That's a fact.
I also have some issues with Christmas stores, and it's not with the stores themselves or the people that operate them, because I'm sure they're good people. It's the people who go to them. Like, who the fuck is shopping for ornaments in July?
And it's
No, it's
open.
true.
It's open every year, every day of the year.
Which I can't imagine.
364 days a year.
How do you not go insane working at a store like that?
I don't know.
I actually have
That's a
a,
good one,
message for
I'm sure.
everybody that goes there that's not during the wintertime. I hate you.
Oh, that's harsh. That's really harsh.
Well, I've heard it is sort of a big kind of a tourist town,
Oh, yeah.
right? 'Cause
Oh,
it's like
yeah.
this,
And
it's this
there's
whole
one main street, and it's a pain in the ass.
I don't know where it
I don't think it's
lies on the
yeah.
list of biggest tourist attractions in Michigan, but I can guarantee it is in the top 5.
the Christmas store,
Not
or
that
just
there's anything
the-
really in
or-
Michigan anyway.
or the town in
That's-
general.
The town in general.
yeah.
Yeah, because it's like this German vibe, right? It's
Yeah,
the whole
it's
deal.
like Bavarian style architecture.
They call it
Yes.
Michigan's Little Bavaria.
You want to know something?
Yes, I do.
Frankenmuth isn't real.
Doesn't
It's
exist.
made up.
If you go searching, you may find it, if you are lucky.
This goes back to this whole government thing. Don't ruin
I
Son
could
of a
see
bitch.
it. I could see it in your eyes. You bought that.
I
so
knew
bad.
it. So, is there anything non-obvious in Frankenmuth that we should see if I were to go visit, like to stay away from the main drag and that fucking Christmas store? What should I see there? What should anyone see? Danny?
Do you golf?
I do. I disc golf actually.
Oh, perfect.
The nicest golf
there's a
course,
disc golf
and there also
course.
is one of the nicest disc golf courses in
Really?
the Tri-County. Yeah,
Okay.
But in like the entire mid-Michigan, one of the nicest golf courses, probably the nicest golf course, is in the heart of Frankenmuth.
If I was going to go there, I think really I would suggest going there around Christmas time because it makes a lot of sense. One.
Cities,
Two,
sidewalks.
you can get a lot of really neat sledding in actually.
There's good sledding in Frankenmuth.
I
Yes.
would say
Yeah,
so. Stuff
there
that
is.
you're like on the cusp of. If you're into dangerous shit
Yes.
and it's just been thawing and freezing all day,
And it's hills
get
of
out on
ice.
there and
Get naked.
and get naked.
It's called
And
Chinese
play some
downhill.
good
We all
music.
do it.
What
We all-
the fuck is Chinese downhill? You gotta get on a.
I like the sound of it.
it. Yeah. And you will be thinking as you are looking down this thing, what did I get myself into? Holy shit! Holy shit! I'm going to die.
That's what you'll think.
All right, so Greta Van Fleet, I think this has been a very successful first visit to Octane. You've passed the test, so we will have you back.
Good. The hazing. We're gonna get.
Well,
That's happening later. Again, I can't talk about it.
Got it. Okay.
We're gonna do one more song with you, but before we do, there's a headlining tour that begins on the 15th. And I understand you guys are going to basically be going through the summer and into the end of the year, basically.
Right.
Yes.
So, and people can find this stuff on the internet, GretaVanFleet.com.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the one.
That is a real website.
At Greta Van Fleet, probably.
Yes.
All
Okay.
of them.
It's all
He's
social
good. He's a
media.
good guesser.
All that stuff. All right, so we're going to hear Black Smoke Rising, Greta Van Fleet. Thanks again for coming in. This was awesome.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thanks for having
Yep.
us.
was Octane Unleaded.
Octane's hard rockin' artist.
In rare and stripped down performances you can only hear on SiriusXM.
Catch an encore of this week's episode
Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific. Or listen anytime on your phone with the SiriusXM app.